What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Phil from Walmart Right Lane Trucking coming at you. Hey, it is Tuesday. No, I'm not having tacos today. I will have to make up for it later in the week. But this is my Monday, even though it's Tuesday. So I had 3 days off: Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I am back at it today. Where did they send me? Kind of give you a brief. I'm going to go through the day doing this so that I don't have to do so much later tonight. So got in, and it just seems like we can't keep empty 53 dry vans on property in Sacramento, which is all right. It just takes time to do anything else. So get in, and my dispatch is to Nestle Water. I just watched a video last night. I was at Niagara Water, and I said Niagara Water, then I started calling it Nestle Water, and then I went back to calling it Niagara Water, because there's two different ones. There's a Nestle Water, and then there's the Niagara Water that we carry at Walmart. And the Niagara Water is down in Stockton, French Camp area. The Nestle Water is up here in Sacramento. Anyway, again, so we didn't have any empty trailers, and the only one I found was pallets. So again, I make that phone call. I don't sit around and wait. I just don't. I just don't sit around and wait. I gotta go. And so I make the phone call, and I say, hey, look, there's no empty pallet or any trailers here. There is a pallet trailer. Let me take that to ProPack. Let me get an empty from ProPack and go to my Nestle Water account. And he said, not a problem. Go ahead and do that, and we'll get your board changed up. So they changed up my board. I got the trailer. I got out of there. Got to ProPack over in West Sac. Dropped that trailer, got my empty trailer, and went to Nestle Water, dropped that trailer, got my trailer, and now I am at the 49er. It's a Travel Plaza truck stop off of I-80 in West Sac. So I had to get the load scaled. The PSI on my gauge for my suspension on my drive tires was kind of high. It was 62, 63. And I just wanted to make sure that I was under the 34,000 on my drive tires, and I am. And luckily I am, because when I first started hooking up to my first trailer, I noticed that the previous driver had slid the tandems forward. I'm sorry, not the tandems. Slid the fifth wheel plate forward. We have a moving or sliding fifth wheel. And for whatever reason, it was moved forward, and I didn't like it the way it was. So I slid it back to where I normally keep it. And had I left it there, I would have been further forward. So I slid it back. Yeah, I slid it back. I would have been further forward, which would have meant I would have had more weight on my drive axles with this trailer. As it is, by me sliding it back, my drive axles came in at 33,440. So had I left it where he had it, I probably would have been over on the weight for my drive axles. Because by sliding it back, I moved the weight towards the tandems of the trailer. Which, hey, that's trucking. Some trucks, you get that fixed fifth wheel, and my previous company, we had them fixed, and we had our fifth wheel, our tandems on our trailers also fixed, but it was all small package, not really heavy stuff. With Walmart, we have to carry heavy stuff occasionally, water, sodas, stuff like that, so we have to have that flexibility to slide not only the tandems on the trailer, but also on the tractor to slide the fifth wheel to accommodate for weight balancing. That's a totally different ball game for me. I'm still learning at it. I'm a rookie at that, but because like I said, we had a fixed fifth wheel and a fixed tandems at my previous. So just making sure that the weights are in line. So while I was here getting scaled, I figured I'd take a meal and shoot a little video. And looks like everybody's bailing out of here, getting on the road right now. At least a lot of people are. So I can't really go anywhere just yet anyway. Now, how was my weekend? My weekend was great. My wife, bless her heart, I was gonna take care of the backyard. I think I said that in a video, that I had to take care of the backyard this weekend. And I woke up Saturday to noises out in the backyard, and sure enough, she thinks she's gonna take care of it. And so next thing I get is her coming in the bedroom. I wasn't even quite awake yet. This is Saturday morning. And she's like, how do you start the lawnmower? And our lawnmower has this priming pump up in the front of it. And you give that a few pumps of the prime to prime the fuel into the lawnmower, and it starts right up. Well, she never does the lawn, so she was cranking on it, I guess, for a little bit, and then finally came in and said, how do you do this? So then I let her do it. I let her just keep going. And she mowed most of it, right? And it was pretty high, so it cut out on her. Why did it cut out? Well, the grass is a little too high right there, and you're mowing while it's still wet, and the bag is probably getting full, and it's gathering underneath the blades, causing it to stall out. So anyway, long story short, I relieved her of her duties of gardener, and I took over, got out my weed whacker and really cleaned it up, and then got out the power washer, because again, we just moved in, so I wanted to power wash that whole back patio and walkways. And believe it or not, over time, and I'm only using water, I'm not using any soap or anything like that, over time dirt collects, and then it just sits there, and it makes the concrete look bad. And with some pressure, high pressure water, it'll come off. It just takes a little bit more, especially when you're not using soap. So anyway, that was Saturday. Sunday, dude, I chilled. I chilled at home and watched movies. I watched movie after movie on Netflix till I went to bed. And then Monday was my day off. Kind of lounged around a little bit, and then decided to get out and do something I've been wanting to do. And I'll post a picture of before and after. So I think I talked about this, is I was going to go and look at getting a bigger screen TV for the living space. And before, we had a 55-inch TV, and the space we had at the other house was like a cutout above the fireplace, the gas fireplace. So in order to get like a 65 or 75-inch TV in there, I would have had to get a mount that is able to extend at least 3 feet. And I just didn't trust the mount when it's extended that far for that long. So I wasn't going to buy a TV and try to mount it in there. Anyway, so now in the picture you'll see the small one, that's a 33-inch TV. And that TV stand is about 75 inches in length. So it looks real small on there. And I'm going to also post right now the pictures of the new TV. And yeah, I went with a 75-inch TV. I thought about getting the 65, but I went with the 75-inch TV. Brand name is LG. It's an LG 75-inch TV. And boy, I can't wait to get home now. I can't wait to get home and watch another movie. I didn't get to watch any movies on it yet, but I hooked up the surround sound. I got the sound bar and the subwoofer, and so I'm gonna look at getting some surround sound speakers maybe, and putting it on there. And really, just I love watching movies, and now it's like a cinema in my living room. So I can't wait to get home and watch movies. So I've got, let's see, I've got 5 more minutes left on my clock for my meal, and then I got to get on road to McCarran. And it snowed yesterday. Another driver by the name of John out of Porterville, or is it Apple Valley? I think he's out of Apple Valley. He's starting his journey on YouTube, and he posted that it was snowing at like 2 in the afternoon yesterday, and that's what it showed on the weather report as well. But today it is clear and sunny, but it's really windy. Like yesterday, man, the wind was just gusting yesterday all day long. And then when I went out looking for my TV, there's a spot right off I-5 that there's a like farm there, or agricultural right there, but they don't have anything planted, and so it's just dirt, or should I say dust, and the wind was just blowing it right across I-5, both south and northbound directions, and traffic was just backing up because of it, because it was just like a dust cloud. And so we've got some wind to contend with, but with this heavy load, I don't have anything to worry about. And yeah, so let's get this going. Let's get this week going. Hopefully today's going to be a good day. I've already got a hook, a drop, a hook, a drop, a hook, a drop, and then I'll get to McCarran and get another drop and another hook, depending on what they do and send me. Maybe I can get some arrives and live unloads. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But I got to get out of here so I get there. So talk to you guys later. Bye.
Call me pathetic, call me what you will. My mother says to get a job, but she don't like the one she's got.
My mom said get a job. Yeah, she told me a long time ago, many years ago, get a job. But she didn't have to tell me. I had a job in high school. Worked in a small town, lived in a small town, and worked at the local hardware store. That's my first job. I was working part-time while still in high school. So had to get that permission slip to say, yes, he's a good student. Okay, he's not going to work any more than these amount of hours. And yeah, that helped me learn a lot about hardware and how to fix stuff. Because you'd be surprised what people come in and go, I've got this, can you help me? And as a teenager, you're like, huh? What? Okay. But I had 3 good mentors there at the hardware store, and they helped me out a lot. And I learned how to cut keys, mix paint, just do a lot of different stuff. And by listening to the people that came in that were doing DIY projects, I learned. So anyway, hey, this is Phil from Walmart, Right Lane Trucking. Hey, I made it to McCarran. I said I was going to film some more throughout the day, so I didn't have to do this at the end, too much at the end. But I didn't have time in McCarran. I really didn't. Again, guys, if you're a Walmart driver or you're thinking about Walmart, nobody's sitting there with the stopwatch going, Phil's on property, he hasn't left yet. Why hasn't he left yet? Nobody's doing that. It's my own internal thing. I set my ETD for 4:15, 16:15, and I wanted to get out of there by 16:15. I don't think I got in until, let me see, what time did I get there? Let me see. I'm going to put on my glasses because it's a little screen, little numbers. So I got into McCarran. Let's see, off duty. No, that was my first off duty. On duty, yard move. All right. So I got into McCarran at 15:34 with an ETD that I set for myself of 16:15. So that gives me what, 26, 36, 41 minutes. 41 minutes to get in and out of McCarran. Now, mind you, that's park my trailer, fuel my tractor, get my paperwork, use the restroom, go get my other trailer, pre-trip my other trailer, set my ETD for tomorrow in order to leave. So, and yeah, I didn't make it. I left, and the reason I didn't leave on time, I shouldn't make excuses, but I left at 16:20, so not too bad, right? I was really close to the 15. Part of that came in on the inbound. I don't know what's going on at the guard check today. Either they were just having an influx of drivers coming in and leaving, but when I got there, the carrier line was all the way out to the street, and it's a long line, so there must have been like 8 carriers in that line. And but the good thing is we're Walmart, so, and we're pulling Walmart trailers, so we go in the left lane, and I went straight up to the front, passing them all. I felt kind of bad because they're all sitting in line waiting to come in, and I'm just passing them all. Get out of my way, I'm Walmart, let me through, I'm coming through. But on the way out, unfortunately, there was a lot of us leaving around the same time. So, I got my dispatch on the way to McCarran. So when I got there, I parked the trailer, I checked my dispatch. I looked for my trailer along the way towards the office, and couldn't find it. So I went in, parked, went in, used the restroom, grabbed my paperwork, asked a question. I asked a question. Because again, I'm on the vendor loop, I guess, and I just keep getting these water loads. And then the load they gave me out of McCarran is another dry van, and it was to Fresno. And it's just one store. All of it for one store. And then on the way back, pick up Niagara water this time. Instead of Nestle water, I'm going to pick up Niagara water on my way back to McCarran. So I was kind of asking the question, like, hey, can I get something else? Well, why? Well, because I want one with more meat on it. That's why. I want more activity. And one of the managers from behind chimes in, and you know, we have our name on our shirts, so he goes, Phil. And I said, yep. He goes, this isn't Burger King. You know, like the slogan says, you can have it the way you want it, right? I said, good, because I like In-N-Out. So, but he brought up a good point as far as how it works. And I get it, because we don't have set routes. And if it was left up to dispatchers to change and finagle, the good old boys club would come in to play, and Joe, who's the best friend of the dispatcher, would get the best loads, or anybody that Joe knows, you know, that kind of thing. So it's taken out of their hands and sent off to the Rock, and the Rock dispatches us based on a number. And I mean, he brought up a good point as well. He said, you know, like I said, I'm probably on this loop. that I could have my management take a look at my recent dispatches and see if I'm on this weird loop, and maybe they can request that I get off of it, so that I get some more activity. It's been a long time. It's been a minute since I've towed and pulled a reefer trailer. I used to do that all the time. I used to be meat and produce, or then frozen dairy, or back and forth. And I haven't pulled a reefer in I don't know how long. So I know I didn't break any, and I know I was on time on all of them. So I don't know why. Am I doing too good on this, or is it just luck, Anyway, so I said, okay, I understand, and I just took my paperwork and with my tail between my legs and walked out and got in and got out of there. I'm not there to argue. I'm there to work, and they gave me a load. I'll do the load. So the load was to Fresno, and I made it to Fresno. So I'm down in Fresno tonight. And then when I got here, CR England, I don't know what he was doing, taking a break. I really don't know what he was doing. I didn't stop to look. But CR England does our grocery out of Shafter. And I think Shafter is supplying grocery, frozen dairy, and meat and produce out of Shafter. I think they're doing like the Fresno area. And so I did the remix, which is the dry products. Well, he was on one door. There was another door open. I chose not to touch that one. That one, the powers to be decided to put a container right along the edge of the yellow line. Now, I'm not saying I couldn't get in. I'm on my almost 14th hour. I am not going to take any chances backing up and getting super duper close to something close to my 14th hour. It's just not going to happen. So this trailer I brought is not due till tomorrow. So really, I didn't have to get to the door until tomorrow anyway. So I did call on the radio. They did answer me. They did say, hey, the other trailer on door 3 is empty. You could park yours on door 1 and take the trailer on door 3. And I said, thank you. I will do a pull and replace on the same door. So I dropped my trailer, coupled to the one on the door, pulled it off, got the other loaded trailer, put it on the door, and got back under my empty. And I am parked here in Fresno for the night because I clocked out with like 19 seconds left. Yeah, 19 seconds left. I gotta stop doing that. I push it to the last second. Yeah, it's, hey, I've told you before, the more hours you work, the more PTO time you earn, right? So I'm not earning extra money, I'm earning PTO time, which then translates to free time or money later when I want to take it. So I've already used 5 PTO days, and I think I got almost 10 on the books, so 15. And I've only been here 6 months, if that tells you anything about how I work. You're supposed to accrue 21 for the first year, and I've accrued almost 15, if not 15, in 6 months. Less than 6 months, because it hasn't been 6 months yet. That's a lot. That's fast. So, if you're looking for time off, you can get it here. Like I said, 6 months, I already have 3 weeks worth of time. And then I also have the safety day on there as well. And then I'll get another safety day at the end of this month. So, because that'll be my 6 months at the end of this month. All right. So, I was talking about this guy, John, who's out of Apple Valley. Yeah, Apple Valley. That also has started doing some YouTubing. And I was talking about him when I was at the 49er and I was videoing earlier. Guess who I crossed paths with in McCarran? Good old John. So it was good to like see each other. You know, he's seen my videos and I've seen his, and we're able to say hellos as he was getting. I think he was getting out of there, and I think he only had a couple hours left on his day, but I had like 6.5 left on mine. So he was coming down towards Fresno as well, but he wasn't going to make it, obviously, with only a couple hours. But I made it all the way down here. So, yeah. So again, I did almost 14 hours, and I got in 521 miles on day one, which, as you know, I've said it before, I like to get over the 500 daily. So whenever I can get over 500 daily, if I have a shorter day on one day, it is what it is. Do I have to do 500 miles a day? No. Again, that trailer wasn't due till tomorrow. I could have stopped at the Flying J. I could have stopped anywhere along the way and just said, hey, I'm done for the day. I didn't have to make it all the way here. I could have stopped anywhere along the way and just came down and delivered it tomorrow. But I like to get in the miles. So from here, it's about 300 something miles back to McCarran. And I got to make one stop on the way to Niagara Water. And I probably stop and get my tacos tomorrow. I don't know. It's on the way. So it's right on the way. So I could easily stop in for lunch and get my tacos on the way, because I've already got my trailer loaded or coupled up. All I got to do is wake up and get on the road. I don't have to wait for them to unload me or anything. So, but John, good seeing you, buddy. Hey, stay safe. I hope everything goes well for you, and see you again. But safety tip. Wow. You know, one thing I've always taught people, and when I taught drivers, and it's so important that you guys understand this. And maybe the seasoned drivers are like, duh. But when I'm on the highway and I'm approaching an off-ramp, I'm not getting off, but I'm approaching an off-ramp, I take a look in that left driver's side mirror just to look at the flow of traffic and to see if anybody's coming up at a high rate of speed, because generally that means that they're going to shoot across in front of me to get off. And I think that happened to me at least 3 times today, where drivers are coming up and instead of just slowing down and getting behind me, they want to scoot around the front and then cut across. Now, I saw them coming. I'm prepared for that. Make it a habit to check that left mirror as you approach an off-ramp. Even though you're not getting off, check that left mirror right before the off-ramp, 100 feet, 200 feet before the off-ramp. Because somebody is going to do it. If they haven't already done it to you, they're going to do it. Or, maybe it's taking you by surprise. It shouldn't take you by surprise. So be careful with your off-ramps, because these four-wheelers out there, are a little bit impatient. They don't want to get behind a slower truck. They think it's safer for them to go speeding up and then cut in front of us. I don't know where their head is, but watch out for those off ramps, guys. All right. Hey, I'm going to get to bed so I can get up in the morning and get out of here. Tell me what you think about my TV. Did I do right? Can't wait to get home. Can't wait to get home. I'm going to watch some movies. All right, guys. Stay safe. This is Phil from Walmart. Right Lane Trucking. Good night.